In this video, we're going to learn how to make this screw, and also I want to show you the two ways of creating a screw. One is with thread and the other one is with Helix. So let's get into it. There are two ways to create screw in Solid Edge. One is using the thread function, which works only if you are designing a standard screw. Two is our Helix function, which works if you want to create a custom screw. So let's go ahead and start with thread function. Once you choose it, the menu shows a couple of options. Here what's important for you to know is the standards. It has to be standard, otherwise it cannot recognize. And here there are many standards. For example, ANSI inch standard, which is used in USA and maybe other countries as well. And there is ISO metric standard, which is used in over 160 countries in the world. So I will go with isometric because it's used more widely. Okay, so now it wants us to choose a cylinder step. So this is our cylinder, and then it wants us to choose cylinder end step. This is to use as a reference from where we want to offset, if we want to offset, so that the thread will start a little bit further down. So let's hit 5 millimeters. So the threading will start 5 millimeters below this point. So here you can see this is M4 type. The size is for M4. M4 is a standard screw in ISO. And there are two options here, not more. Just M4 coarse and M4 fine. So I will go and choose M4 coarse. And here are the pitches that you can choose. This is for the fine, this is for normal. So I will choose the coarse one. All right, and we hit finish. Now we have our screw. In the CAD world, this is a screw, but it's not a screw for us. So let's go ahead and change that. So in 3D print, you can see something called physical thread. We press on that, hit OK, and then we choose that, and then hit OK again. And OK, and cancel. Now we have designed M4 screw with the ISO standard. All right. Now let's go ahead and experiment with the other way, other function, the Helix function. So let's start with suppressing this so that the screw thread is gone and turning on the base reference planes again. Now let's choose Helix. It wants us to choose a coincident plane to work on. If you have worked with Revolve and Revolve Cut before, Helix works almost the same. If you haven't used Revolve or Revolve Cut function, check out my other video in the description. All right, now coincident plane. Let's choose here. So now we want to design a sketch, a form of our thread, which looks something like this, right? Then we cut that as well. I want to make it as realistic as possible. Let's have them like that. And then let's give these dimensions. This let be 1 millimeter, and let this be 0.09 millimeter. And then let's connect this point to that, and this point to this. Perfect. Now let's change the angle of this triangle. Let's go ahead and put it 60 degrees. 60 degrees is a standard in ISO, so we're gonna keep it like that. Now we can even trim this edge so that we have a realistic shape. Now let's even add a distance, which is 5 millimeters from this point to that point. 5 millimeters is because we chose 5 millimeters in the previous one as well. So let's choose 5 millimeters here. And now we have designed our thread, but this thread is just a section, so it will turn and revolve around an axis. So let's design the axis first. So let's go and pick up a line Let's click here and drag it all the way up. All right. Now, we can't leave this line like this because it will confuse the program because they are normal lines. So let's convert this to a construction line. These are made to sketch, basically, help lines. Anyways, now we're going to choose horizontal vertical relate function and press on this and that. Okay, now we have one thing to do. We have to choose axis of revolution. So we click on this line that we've created and then close the sketch. Now it wants us to choose a start end step, which specifies the end of the axis at which the helix will start, which means the thread or the helix will start from this point. And we're going to choose the same pitch, which is 0.7 as the M4 ISO standard as we did earlier. We're going to choose that. Of course, there are other options here as well if we choose more. There is right-handed screw type, there is left-handed screw type. You can define the pitches, you can give it the angle, you can have variable pitch to it. So let's say one place is more, one place is little. And there are other options here as well. So you can, for example, choose only the number of turns. So let's say you want 20 turns. You choose 20. So it will automatically create a helix according to your desire. But we're gonna keep it as it is for now and hit OK. Everything is as we want. So let's hit next and preview. Finish. Here we have our screw. If you find this content useful, like and subscribe, and I will make sure to make more videos to help you. But until then, have a good one.